Welcome to the Human Capital Innovations Podcast, your go-to source for personal, professional, and organizational growth and development. We hope you tune in often for all things people management, organizational development and change, organizational leadership, and social impact related. Maximize your personal and organizational potential with Human Capital Innovations Podcast. Welcome to the Human Capital Innovations Podcast. As part of our new Wednesday We Forum feature series exploring can't-miss insights from the World Economic Forum and their key takeaways, in this HCI podcast episode, I explore the recent We Forum video celebrating the 20th anniversary of the Technology Pioneers community. Welcome back to the Human Capital Innovations Podcast. It's great to be with you again today as we continue our We Forum features series where we look at various videos from the World Economic Forum and explore their key takeaways and other insights. Today, we'll be focusing on a recent We Forum video looking specifically at the Technology Pioneers community and really the importance of collaborative innovations in the leveraging of disruptive technologies to better the world and societies. Launched in 2000, the World Economic Forum's Technology Pioneers community is composed of early to growth stage companies from around the world that are involved in the design, development, and deployment of new technologies and innovations and are poised to have a significant impact on business and society. Technology pioneers are incorporated into the forum's initiatives, activities, and events where they bring cutting-edge insights and novel perspectives to world-critical discussions. So please join me as we celebrate the 20th anniversary of this community and explore some of the topics related to these disruptive innovations and collaborating effectively to help make an impact in the world. I'll catch you on the flip side of this first clip.
We're in a moment right now. We're pushing forward to see different futures.
The seeds of those ideas that eventually become world-changing technologies really start with a desire that people have to have a positive impact.
The World Economic Forum Technology Pioneers is like a particle accelerator, and there's an opportunity for many of these particles to collide. And when this collision happens, it creates new inventions, new discoveries, and it creates new solutions that didn't previously exist.
We've taken about half of the world's population and brought them online, but the real opportunity is how do we bring the next 4 billion people online?
Technology allows access, and by having access, you're creating fairer level of competition, you're creating inclusiveness, and as you create inclusiveness, you make it less and less biased.
Education is absolutely necessary to bring the have-nots to the point that they can start to benefit. And so allowing people to learn throughout their lives is an incredible transformation.
It's all about envisioning different futures, leveraging technology for impact in our world, in our societies. It's all about providing inclusive opportunities and leveling the playing field through education and technology, bringing, as was mentioned in that clip, bringing the 4 billion on this planet that currently aren't online to be able to connect and leverage the many innovations that are available to us. All of this is what this community is all about that's connected with the World Economic Forum. But whether we're talking specifically about organizations who are official partners and collaborators of this community, or just all of us, we need to be thinking in terms of how we can make a better impact, how we can leverage technology, how we can be more inclusive and use technology to be more inclusive in our organizations. All of us have that potential. All of us can leverage the collective genius of our people to bring about innovations within our own sphere. And it doesn't need to be some new app or some new coding breakthrough, some new technological disruptive innovation. We can improve organizations, we can improve processes, we can leverage existing technologies to make our small piece of the world a little bit better. And that's really what this is all about.
While the world needs to farm at the scale of 7.7 billion people, technology now makes it possible for us to do that in a way that is healthier for the planet and healthier for people.
For climate change, it's really important to switch to renewable energies. But on top of that, we need to remove about 15 gigatons of CO2 from the atmosphere every year by mid of the century.
Ever more people are moving into the cities. Mobility is a huge challenge, and we offer a solution that is going to be a huge economic potential and will have a tremendous impact on how we move about our planet.
We've entered a reality whereby humans and algorithms are going to be making decisions together. And so if we are not careful to mitigate and remove bias in our algorithms, we will end up mimicking the human brain, which unfortunately has a built-in bias mechanism.
I'm excited to announce the publication of my new book from HCI Press, The Alchemy of Truly Remarkable Leadership: Ordinary, Everyday Actions That Produce Extraordinary Results. Consider how the nature of work has shifted over the past 50 years. With increased globalization, rapid technological advancement, and the shift in economic composition, the average job of today looks very different than the average job of 50 years ago. What will the jobs and organizations of tomorrow look like? Moreover, what does this all mean for organizational leaders? What are the core competencies and capabilities of organizations and their leadership that are prepared for continued disruption and geopolitical and socioeconomic shifts? Regardless of what the future holds, increasingly, leaders need to be socially minded, data-driven, decisive, champions of talent, and disruptors of the traditional notions of leadership, teams, organizations, and work. The Alchemy of Truly Remarkable Leadership will help you to explore your own leadership competencies and capabilities and consider ways to apply and implement them into your workplace and personal life. Farming, climate change, urbanization, and more sustainable transportation, AI, machine learning, and bias. These are all just examples of the many types of issues that are pressing and facing this world and facing our communities. And these are examples where we have really creative, innovative organizations that are bringing about new technologies that can be leveraged so that we can do all of these things better. We can clean up the environment. We can have a lower impact with less pollution. We can farm more sustainably. We can have bustling cities with lots of economic opportunity while lowering the amount of emissions, both from buildings and from transportation, through more sustainable means. We can, as we're aware of the potential challenges with artificial intelligence and machine learning and other related technologies, and how we embed our own human biases into these algorithms, when we recognize that and we can start to actually counteract those negative influences and impacts, then we can reshape the world. We can reshape the social systems and structures that are in place that in many ways have perpetuated social inequalities, that have driven climate change, and have had many negative types of impacts that we see all around us. We can change that. We can do that with these technologies. So the innovations that occur, and as we have a mind towards growth and innovation and really making a more sustainable, positive impact in our communities, we can start to make a difference. And that's one thing that we see happening in this community with the World Economic Forum. It's been a focus of theirs for the last 20 years. But again, we can do this. We can do this in our own organizations. We can do this in our own households. We can each make decisions, everyday actions and decisions that will make a small difference and collectively will make a big difference in the world around us. And think about your organization that you lead. Think about the things you can do with your team within your sphere of influence. There are so many opportunities.
The way forward, especially in a post-COVID world, you have to be the kind of winning solution that creates winning for other people at the same time. How can we create an ecosystem that will replicate the best of who we are? And meeting individuals through Tech Pioneers has really solidified that.
We always trying to create the new innovations. Technologies should work for the human and the human society.
So we're not talking about disruptive technologies just for technology's sake, seeing what we can come up with and how we can push the envelope just for the sake of the science of it all. Of course, I'm sure there are some that are motivated by that. But what is being discussed in this clip and really through all of these innovation efforts with the World Economic Forum is that we need to create winning ecosystems. We need to create opportunities that are inclusive, that provide win-win solutions to people. And we're in the middle of a pandemic right now. It's been incredibly challenging, but it also provides us with a lot of opportunity, and it allows us to re-examine our assumptions about the world, about what is actually necessary, and we can start to reshape our understanding of how we're going to interact with the world and how we can provide opportunity for everybody. Technologies are there to enhance the human experience and to allow us to live more sustainably, to allow us to have a lower negative impact on the planet and on the world around us, and to have a greater social impact through the many initiatives and efforts that we make, so that together we can lift each other, that together we can help everyone live fulfilled lives, contribute in their organizations, maximize their potential, and ultimately lead to stronger communities, stronger societies, and a healthier planet. I think for me, that's what it's all about, and each of us plays a part. Again, whether or not we have any connection whatsoever to the World Economic Forum, whether or not you care about the World Economic Forum, disruptive technologies are here. They continue to come at us at an exponential rate. We have the opportunity to figure out how we can adapt and adopt these technologies and leverage them for the success of our organizations, but also how we can build upon them in new creative and innovative ways within our own organization so that we can thrive and we can help the people around us thrive also. Thank you for joining me for this episode of the Human Capital Innovations Podcast. As always, I hope you stay healthy and safe. I hope you find meaning and purpose at work each and every day, and I hope you have a great week. We are excited about the launch of HCI's new magazine, Human Capital Leadership. Human Capital Leadership is a free, interactive e-magazine designed to help individuals, leaders, and organizations find innovative approaches to maximize their human capital potential. We will be publishing issues quarterly in August, November, February, and May. Check out the first issue and let us know what you think. Thanks again for joining us for this episode of the Human Capital Innovations Podcast. I hope you stay healthy and safe and that you have a great week.